Quality Care Team celebrating what has been a very dominating performance.
9 weeks ago, domination. There is no better word to describe Dale Jarrett's June performance at Michigan. Sunday, pole sitter Ward Burton and a cast of others attempt to deny the 88 of a repeat performance. From domination to inspiration, Chip Ganassi's Chicago dream becomes a reality. From inspiration to combustion, the hot rods burn up the track in Brainerd. Thanks for tuning us in. RPM Tonight, next.
Hi there, glad to have you with us on RPM Tonight. I'm Reese Davis. What accessory does a colonel need on his truck? In this case, things that will keep it straight, but first striving for an encore in Michigan. And not Richard Petty, not Jeff Gordon, and not even Dale Earnhardt owned an August points lead as large as the one Dale Jarrett enjoys. Leading the chase by 300 points, Jarrett returned to Michigan, home of the race. He so dominated in June, even DJ himself admitted it would have been boring to watch. Even fans who just showed up to see the wrecks were disappointed because there were no cautions. Both pages of history were rendered obsolete early. Off to Michigan, where Burton was on the pole. DJ hoping to dominate. He led 150 of 200 laps last time. Ernie Irvin's crew wishing him well. Ernie, by the way, is going to spend another night in the hospital Sunday night. Early on, Jarrett was leading Ward Burton and Bobby Labonte. And Ward, don't you think you were a little tough on the Caterpillar? The pole sitter into the wall after getting together, and he was out of the race. On board with Ricky Rudd. Rudd loses control and not observing the 90-degree rule on all fairways. In fact, he's just flaunting that rule. Dick Trickle, who was driving for Irvin involved, he finished 40th. Tony Stewart, meanwhile, comes up and lets his buddy Bobby Labonte from Bobby's suspension cam know that Stewart has come back from a provisional start and is running up front. More Stewart. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen here. Jeff Burton pushes Stewart down on the apron, and as Stewart comes back up, clips Burton. Burton spinning, and he's into the wall of voodoo. Stewart and Burton together, and Burton was crashed. Meanwhile, Stewart felt bad about the racing deal.
I didn't see him when we hit, but I mean, he ran me clear down on the flat on the apron and down to the grass. So I don't know if he had somebody run him down there or not, because that's not typical Jeff Burton style, that's for sure.
Those things happen. I put him in a position by trying to get him to run with me that made him make a mistake. It was just, we both put ourselves in bad spots, and I came out the worst for it.
Hauled into the NASCAR trailer, everything's good. Burton finished 37th. Dale Earnhardt now in the lead, and Jeff Gordon trying Earnhardt. Gordon and Earnhardt dueling up front. They're able to hold him off. Gordon again running on Earnhardt one more time, and Earnhardt pushing him high. Watch Bobby Labonte. He's been sitting there watching those guys dice it up, and B-Lab in the 18th looking strong, trying to get past Earnhardt for the lead. Can't do it. So Labonte going to try him one more time. He's already put Gordon down, and finally the 18th able to take the lead away from Dale Earnhardt. And from there, Jimmy Makar told his man, don't you drive in that rear view mirror, my friend. Just put the pedal down, mash the gas, as they say, and roar away to victory. And Labonte checked out of there and won this thing at Michigan again. Ready, break. The Interstate Batteries team getting it done. Bobby Labonte, a Coke man, winning the Pepsi 400 as Labonte gets his 4th victory of the season. That ties Jeff Burton and Dale Jarrett with 4 wins. Of course, those two trail Jeff Gordon, who has 5. Gordon finishes 2nd in 3 Michigan races this year, both Cup races and the Busch race on Saturday. Tony Stewart's best finish ever, this after finishing 4th 4 times. DJ hasn't finished worse than 8th in 19 races, and he's been in the top 5 in 17 of those. That's how you lead the points race. Chad Little's best run is 6th place there. Martin started and finished 7th. Spencer's third top 10 and easily Strickland's best finish. Sadler just one spot off of his best run, but it was Labonte getting the victory, coming up big, winning that three-way battle with Earnhardt and Gordon late, and racing away to speak with Matt Yoakum.
We changed a lot of stuff on it this morning. Jimmy Maycar, Derek Jones, they worked real hard on the chassis stuff, and Butch and Stevie and Luke and all the guys, Gary and Derek, I mean, they all worked real hard on the chassis this morning trying to get it through the line. And, you know, Friday we almost missed qualifying because we're struggling and trying to change things for qualifying. And Saturday morning we were decent, Saturday afternoon we were terrible. And so we just threw everything at it. Joe came up this morning and I said, I don't think it's going to be very pretty today. But we threw everything at it we thought was right, and by golly it was. We just didn't make the right decision yesterday, but we definitely did today.
Earnhardt and Gordon made you work for it, especially Earnhardt. It's been a long time since we've seen you guys up there doing like that.
It was fun racing those guys. I mean, we had a good battle. We couldn't, it was hard to get by them. My car would push when I got behind them, and I couldn't get up close to them. Then you get beside them, and they get a run on the outside, and the draft would take effect. And I mean, it was like, well, I'm not sure we'll ever get by, you know. So, and I didn't think we would until we got down about off of turn 2 over there, because I knew Earnhardt was on my right rear, but I just stayed in the gas trying to get just, if I had an inch in front of him, I knew it would be okay to break there.
Okay, 400 miles, yay or nay on the tires?
Great tire.
Congratulations, Bobby Labonte picks up his 4th win in 1999.
Guys, thanks a lot. And Michigan is Bobby's personal laboratory. In his last 10 races there, he's won 3 times, finished in the top 10 9 times, and had an average finish of 5th. 3 wins at Michigan matches Labonte's output in Atlanta for tops on his personal all-time wins list. Jeff Gordon again saw the rear bumper of the Michigan winner, but he relished that duel he had with his old buddy Earnhardt.
I had to run where he wasn't, you know, if I was going to pass him. If I ran his line, it was just going to tighten my car up even more. So, you know, I just tried to shoot up high and get around him on the outside. And you know, I got by him, then he got back by me, and then Bobby took us 3 wide. So, you know, it was quite a battle.
Well, it's close, but it's just good racing, and that's what I was enjoying. That's what they've been doing, and I hadn't been getting any of it, and it's time I got some of it.
Gordon did what he does to me. Every time he gets behind me, he runs up underneath me so far that it makes my car real loose, and I had to backpedal, and I lost a lot of distance on the racetrack, and it just killed us for the end of the race.
You know, just a great opportunity to be with a group of guys that, you know, you can work with, and you know, you're able to tell them about the car, what it's doing, and they go to it and fix it. They don't look at you like you're nuts.
I learned a lot. A couple guys sent me to school and taught me a lot about air and restarts and other things that you should do and shouldn't do. So made a lot of mistakes out there today, but we had a real competitive race car.
When the car's that good, you can race up front and keeps you out of a lot of trouble. And you know, that's the kind of things we have to do. We'd like to win, but more than anything, if we can finish in the top 5, we know they have a difficult time catching us.
Have a difficult time catching you when you keep stretching out the points lead, and DJ Fattens is up to 314, picking up 14 more on Mark Martin, an astounding 18 top 5s for Jarrett this year. Gordon and Stewart passed Jeff Burton. That crash a costly one for Burton. Earnhardt's 4th top 5 keeps him in 7th. The rest of the top 12 remains unchanged. Mike Skinner holds a sizable lead on Ward Burton for the last seat at the banquet table. Well, the next time Al Unser Jr. races at his current boss Roger Penske's track at Michigan, he could be driving a Winston Cup car. RPM Tonight's Robin Miller reports in the Indianapolis Star that Cal Wells has offered Unser his new Cup ride next season. Miller tells RPM Tonight Wells' offer isn't quite as much money as Little Al wants, but Wells and Unser will go back to the sponsors this week in an effort to drum up the cash and get the deal done. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Still ahead on RPM Tonight, living high on the hog in the city that's hog butcher to the world, but it was a new cut of meat for Carton Chicago, and some guys got chopped up. And those who prefer their racing in drag coming up as the Hot Rods run in Brainerd. Chip Ganassi's new jewel in Chicago, the track being christened by Carton. Inaugural event, same old song for Al Unser Jr. Lap 65. When there's smoke, there's a blown engine, and he's a tough week for Little Al. During that caution, leader Juan Montoya, 2nd place Michael Andretti. They touch wheels, but no harm, no foul. On the restart, Dario Franchitti goes low, gets by Andretti, takes 2nd place away. Lap 86, Jan Magnussen. Riding with him, and now we're into the wall of voodoo with him. He got tapped by Roberto Moreno. Nobody hurt. Magnussen would be done. Moreno would continue. Restart on lap 99. Dario, whoa, Dario takes the lead away from Montoya, but in 3rd and 4th, Andretti and Tracy wreck each other, and Michael less than amused.
Typical Paul Tracy driving, you know, I mean, gonna kill somebody. and I'm lucky to be walking. We both had a good race going, and he puts me down. I had nowhere to go, and I can't believe what he did. I mean, why? What is he thinking? I don't understand. I mean, does he have a death wish? Is he trying to kill us both? I don't know.
Awfully strong words from Andretti, who was taken to the infield care center, but he's fine. Tracy also fine. Michael with a bruised right ankle and Achilles tendon. Restart lap 125. Montoya goes low on his boss's track and takes the lead away from Franchitti. Late in the race, Dario trying to stay close, but Roberto Moreno, who's 2 laps down, passes him. He's between Franchitti and Montoya, and that is all that Juan Gone would need. He takes the checkered flag, a rookie record 6th win for Juan Montoya, and he took the points lead and a big old trophy on the boss's track, the boss's new track, christened with the victory. The old mark for rookie victories belonged to Nigel Mansell. It now belongs to Juan Montoya with 6. Dario Franchitti continues to impress on ovals. He finishes 2nd. Ganassi gets almost the perfect day. His guys finished 1-3 with Vassar coming home 3rd. The pole sitter Max Pappas led 63 laps, finished 4th, matched his best career run. Castro-Neves and Carpentier were solid. P.J. Jones subbing for Adrian Fernandez gets his 5th top 10. Moreno, the super sub, finishes 9th in Fittipaldi's car. But Ganassi, boy, he just couldn't have drawn it up better. The inaugural race on the track he owns, and Juan Montoya got number 6, and he spoke to Marlo Klein.
At a sponsor's race, his owner's track, Juan Montoya becomes the first rookie to win 6 races in his first season. Congratulations, Juan.
Thank you very much. I'm so pleased to win here in Chicago. The fans were great. The grandstands were full of people. I think Target made a great event, and I'm very proud of winning here.
Juan, what is it about you going to races, tracks that you cannot test on, you go on and win the race?
I don't know, all weekend we're struggling. We're really struggling here. Yesterday in qualifying, I said, we don't want to go in like that tomorrow, and we stayed actually until pretty late, about until 7 o'clock at night yesterday here with Morris and all my guys, trying to figure out what was going on with the car, and I think Morris did a great job on making a good car, a winning car.
And now you're back in the points lane also.
Oh yeah, that's good, and we're not going to let it go now.
All right, Juan Montoya wins his 6th race this season.
Marlo and Juan, thanks a lot. Montoya regains the points lead. A 5-point swing this week as Juan goes from 1 down to 4 up. Those two continue to just pull away from the field. Montoya wins for the 2nd straight week. Dario kept it close again, but afterwards, all of the talk, it sounded like a football coach because they were talking about blocking.
I'm just looking for one small mistake he would make in traffic, just get held up slightly and I would be on him. And then Roberto came between us, and I'm not quite sure why he was doing that, but maybe Juan paid him some money.
The guys that are getting lapped are having a chuckle, because they know they can screw you up, and they get to stay on TV, and I don't know what needs to be done. Wally Dallenbach talks about things that he's going to do, but I have yet to see any of that. And I know the flagger was kind of half-heartedly throwing the blue flag at Robbie 70 times, and I expected some sort of a black flag to come out, some sort of warning, and we talked to the card officials to go down there, and nothing happened. So, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what can be done if we don't have proper leadership.
Okay, some guys irritated after this race through 15 of 20. Actually, no changes in the standings in the top 11, but Helio Castro-Neves takes over the 12th spot, nudging out Roberto Moreno. Well, because so much is riding on those Winston Cup tires. What adjustments were best when it comes to